Hope y'all all well. This is going to be a final part video in regards to just preparing for proper marching drill and marching etiquette. So we're going to be going over how to use an actual rifle and the basic drill moves and that. So let's get to it. First of all, it's not going to be called a gun or a rifle anymore. The only you're going to address this as is usually the two main four type of weapon system you're going to get at MCRD, and if you decide to enlist in the Marine Corps, freaking boot camp will be M16A4 service rifle or a M4A1 service rifle. I believe that is up, if that's not up to date exactly, but I do have that from experience. So to break down this entire weapon system, including the main four weapon rules, even when you actually get this weapon, right here, this is just a prop. No magazine loaded. The three main components of this is going to be that it's gas operated, that it's magazine fed, that it's gas operated within this part of the weapon system, and that it has 5.6 NATO round ammo, which is usually available for assault rifles / long rifles. Those three main components will be in that. So it's air coolant too. So the main file cards, key part of this weapon system, you're gonna freaking understand will be the top barrel. Usually is not going to usually come with an actual suppressor, but this is a plastic freaking example. So this is usually going to be filled with a part called a compensator. A compensator is basically going to be an extension of the barrel, which is right over here. It's right over here. This is going to be called the A point. This is going to be called the upper receiver or the handguard, whatever fake. It's going to be called the lower receiver or the lower receiver. This is going to be called a pistol grip. This is going to be called a trigger. This is going to be called your safety flex. I'm not sure the exact terminology for it. This is your rack. This is going to be your ejection port cover. There's going to be a way you're able to, whenever in the future, if you actually ever own a rifle or actually want to manually load an actual firearm or a round in there, you can use it through this ejection port cover. This would basically, and I said the pistol grip, magazine holder, and then it would be your buttstock. It usually would be just a wooden one that's painted black for the M16A4 service rifle. It usually looks like this for the M4A1. So that's just the basics of this weapon system. It usually holds around 25 to 30 round magazine capacity for later in the weeks, just for information. So now there's going to be four discussing the rules that you're going to constantly have, that you're going to be even taught by your DNs either in the very beginning or once you actually get your weapon system. You're going to treat it's going to be treat, never, keep, keep. So T as in tango, N as in November, K as in kilo, treat, never, keep, T, and RR. KK, T and KK. Treat as your weapon if you're loaded. Never point any of your rifle and your weapon system anything that you do not intend to shoot. Always keep your index finger straightened off of the trigger, and then always keep your weapon unsafe always keep your weapon unsafe. So 4 basic things with the actual weapon system. Now this part of this rifle right here, this logo. This is basically called a sling adapter. This is a sling adapter, so practically you're able to put it on your person and wear it in a safe manner to have your place in this first position. It's called sling arms, or practically sling arms. If you're not actually in a place of formation or marching, you're usually gonna have it like this. If you're going on hikes, if you're freaking, or what's it called? If you're either at freaking, I'm not sure if the range or not, but either it would be like this. Alert straight to the dirt. Index is straight and off away from the trigger. Your fingers on the pistol grip. Your weapon's on safe. And practically the other positions you're gonna have is, so this is not really gonna be like in your actual freaking practicing for drill, whatever not. I'm not gonna fix the sling adapter with this hard work so it doesn't interfere with this nonsense. So practically the first position you're going to start in is, I'll just start in this, called order arms. This is basically your buttstock straight to the dirt. Your hand is like it's freaking gripped onto the compensator. Unfortunately, there's a suppressor that holds it. You're going to be at Pistons engine heat at 45. Step back. And this is order arms. So to go ahead and show the first command, be port arm, port arms. Everything is tight, firm, grip. Everything, your elbows are tight, your knees are still locked in, your face is forward, and you just hold your rifle like this. And then the secondary and next command that would be basic and important is up, shoulder, up. 1, 2, 3. 3 counts. Then you go back to port if you like. Port. 1, 2. Then if you want to go to right shoulder, up. 3. Those count. Each one of those movements will usually have 2 to 3 counts. It will specify after I try to stretch again. And always let yourself and your body strength and your actual hands have the grip and control of the weapon. Your weapon should never be controlling you, shouldn't be falling, it shouldn't be having enough weight to actually demonstrate a difference. Continue to sit your position of attention. So now, 2 other secondary commands that you would use probably for the first initial ID, initial drill or final drill, which could be important, would be freaking present arms. You're in a position of port arms, so port, and you get present up. You're gonna hold that trash out like this, hand around the upper receiver, and lower secondary hand, right hand on the freaking between the pistol grip and the buttstock. You're gonna just hold this trash out like this. 8 points gonna be pointing towards you. Concentration should be pointing straight up, elbows tight, knees straight, knees tight. Arms locked. Should be this, an estimate of 4 inches out of you, so it shouldn't be like this. No, it should be like this. It should be tight, and your elbow should be like a triangle. And then let's go to the secondary final command. I would say to bring up would be order arms in a full demonstration from that. So let's say you want to freaking get your present arms, order arms, like order arms. So you have to correct yourself, put yourself back in port. That's 1. And you're gonna smack the absolute crap out of that compensator. You're gonna smack it like you act trying to smack somebody or hit your mother. You're gonna absolutely rip that up. You're gonna slowly drag your right arm down tight as possible. You're freaking let me go and demonstrate again, but more detailed explanation. So you're gonna smack the absolute crap with that muzzle crack. This is unfortunately plastic or metal. If you hit it hard enough, you're gonna hear a bad bing, like a bad bang. And you're going to slowly use this lever hand, straight knife hand. You're going to guide your buttstock straight to the deck, and you're going to hold it. And then on the final count, it's going to be like this. And you're going to just hold it there. And then another position, if you'd like to go, you're going to be like, trail up. You're going to basically have this, and you're going to have it as tight as you can to your freaking leg. So if you want to, this should freaking be stuck to your leg. Still pretty hard for me to even do this day. So let's see, trail as you walk up. And you want that weapon system tight. Like tight and absolute tight. So when walking and moving, your shit shouldn't be glued to your legs. Let's try this. Down. Nice. No gap. And then I guess we'll go and only show a partiality of inspection arms. So port, and then inspection arms is practically doing 3 main inspections that you're going to get during your 12 weeks of training. The freaking MCRD Parascience, San Diego, it's going to be your senior drill instructor on inspection. Your company commander inspection, and to be battalion commander. Usually would for all ranks it would usually be first lieutenant or captain for your company commanding inspection. For your senior drill instructor inspection, it would be usually your company commander or your senior drill instructor, depends on freaking whatever. Depending even just on the rules and regulations that are constantly changing. And then battalion commander is going to basically be, let's say, a major to lieutenant colonel or colonel. It all depends on who is your battalion commander. Which are 4 battalion commanders in MCRD Paris Island, because there's 4 different battalions. And there's 28 companies because each letter of the alphabet represents a company, I believe. So practically inspection arms, you would immediately put your hand on the pistol grip. You would click a little button right here, which would be able for you to manually open the rack that's down here, this button. You're gonna basically push that little button freaking thing. It's not actually on here, but it's around here, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna claw grab, you're gonna rip that. You're gonna rip this rack now, and this is gonna open up and show that there's nothing loaded in this weapon system. In this position, you're gonna look at it and do present arms, look at yourself, tight elbows, all that. Scan the weapon, make sure there's anything that no abnormalities. You're gonna go ahead and look, pull grab, ports, and there would be climb, look grab, reset, push this rack back in. Your ejection port cover is still gonna be open, and not still be open, and then you're gonna go back to port. So for a full demonstration. And basically, you're holding it important to freaking take the rifle when you do an inspection. I'll ask you a couple of knowledgeable questions, but that will be a video made in the future. So that's really it. Any questions, comments, clarity? Please ask away. I didn't really take any notes on making this video. This is all from experience and memory. Thank you. Out. Excuse me.